Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are going to be finally taking a look at the brand new iRig HDX from
IK Multimedia.
And it's ripping. So kick back with me for the next hour and we'll deep dive into this thing, give you a live demonstration, the whole kit caboodle right about now. Hello, welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're doing good. It's Saturday morning here in Australia, Friday for the rest of you. And we're going to finally be taking a look at this cool piece of kit, the iRig HD. What's going on with my hair? It's all over the place. iRig HDX by IK Multimedia. Really, really cool stuff. I'm Jade, by the way. This is How to App on it. I mean, who knows? What day is it? Are you doing good? Yes, indeed, Ed B Metal. It is International Carcass Day. Isn't every day International Carcass Day? I'd like to welcome our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the links down below, doing the join button. It's $1 a month and stuff. There you go. Let's say hello to folks, and then we'll get into this thing, yeah? Hello to, yes, it is. Every day is Carcass Day. Carcass. Thanks, Thomas. We just had a little bit of a viewing over at Thomas Christ Patreon. If you're a patron and you missed it, where were you? We were all there waiting for you to be there. A nice update on Thomas's stuff because we love Thomas. Hello, John Swanson. Hello, FPC. Guzzo of Oz. It'd be metal, of course. Let's rock. Chris Lane Sr., what is happening, my friend? Man, you did a great job hosting Dom's show yesterday. Does that guy ever work anymore? What's going on? Anyway, I was there watching. Joe Glenn, hello to you. And, I've already out of breath. What is going on? I think Kim Hudson, hello, Kim. What is happening? The champ is here. I need a John Cena. Champ is here for Kim. Absolutely. What do we got here? Ed says, I've been watching a couple of other reviews. Very excited about this. Can't wait to see the demo. Yes, indeed, man, we're going to demo it. Chris is looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to showing it off. And look who's here. It is the man himself. He's going to skull me in a minute. I'm getting ready for it. Hello, Brad. I know you're going to be excited because, Brad, guess what we're going to do today? We're going to talk about loopback a little bit so you understand how loopback works. All right. Hey, Hugh, what's going on? All the guitarists are coming out of the woodwork, and so you should because this thing's awesome. All right. Tremor Bear, hello, hello, hello. Shall we dive in and take a quick squeeze? The first thing I need to remind you of is, of course, with any gear reviews that I do here on the channel, I pop them all over on my gear guide, which is, I think it's gearguide.com. I can't remember. No, it's how to app on iOS/gear guide. I think that's what it is. And you can get to my gear guide. Boom, here it is. So I have affiliate links here, and all the gear that I use or have reviewed is on this website. Thanks, Thomas, for putting the link there. There it is. I can't even remember. It's gear.howtoapponIOS.com. And you can see there it is right at the top. So the iRig HD, because I'm recommending it even before we've looked at it, yeah, because I've been playing with it. I recommend it so you can see. Now, when you look at the stuff on my gear guide, of course, I own all this stuff. It makes up the majority of my studio. You will notice a lot of IK Multimedia gear. Why? Because they make good stuff. Now, I've told this story before, and I'm now just to let you know, here it is. Now, IK Multimedia have not paid me for this, sponsored me in any way. They have sent me this unit to play around with. So let's be completely upfront with that. Everything I say is my own opinion. They are not seeing this beforehand. It's live. So they have no input into what my opinion is. But as you can see, I do have a lot of IK Multimedia gear. So the iRig Stream Mic, and you can see it. Where is it? Sitting over here, this is my interface actually for my Mac, which is the Quattro, on a beautiful stand, which I love heaps. And then I've got my my iRig mic stream next to that over there. Ah, the skulls are here finally. So I do have a lot of stuff, and there's the iRig Quattro, which just is an amazing piece of kit. What else have we reviewed on here? So there's the iRig Pro Duo that I've reviewed on this channel. I own so much IK Multimedia stuff. But if I tell the truth, and I've told this story before, so there's the gear guide. When iOS, first started, getting like adapters and stuff, I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of IK Multimedia's hardware. Why? Because I felt it was too proprietary, and I don't know. It just felt too proprietary for me in the beginning. We're talking way back. We're talking like 2013 kind of shit with the original iRig, which is this little cylinder. You can get them on eBay and stuff still, but most of them are knockoffs. So be wary if you're going to get one of those. Don't buy the knockoffs. They're crap. They're really crap. But it was just a little cylinder with a little, quarter jack. Well, I've got my phone unmuted. Let's fix that. So, a little thing on the end and a little headphone jack. It's very analog, very analog. And then we moved to like the digital ones, and we had the HD2. So these things have been iterating the whole time up. And now they released this one. I saw it pop up in my feed, and I was like, really? Another one? I wonder what's different about this one. Well, the first major thing is really cool, which I will get straight into as soon as I possibly can. Let's take a look at the beast from their website first. So I am an IK Multimedia fan bitch now. There's no doubt about that. So here we are on the website, the iRig HDX. This thing is tiny. It is made to fit in your pocket, ready to go. So let's talk some stats about it before we get in. 24-bit to 96 kilohertz interface. This is an interface for guitar and bass. There's no mic or anything like this. Just get that out of the way. It connects to your iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC, whatever you like. You will notice straight away one glaring new difference with this. No more proprietary power cable. Yes, USB-C. Well done, IK Multimedia. Finally, can we have all the rest of the stuff from now on USB-C, please? You're probably going to have to anyway with all of the rules that are coming out in Europe about standard, with Apple's having to change their standard to USB-C. Yes, indeed. So we've got an audiophile grade 8th stereo out for headphones and monitors, or you could plug it into like a PA, whatever you want. A quarter amp out connects to amps, pedal boards. Do some reamping. Use your imagination. And your input, of course. Tuner, it's got everything. It's really cool. Direct monitoring, loop back. So amp with output with effects or without effects, headphone with effects or without, and loop back with effects, which is sick. So is it light? Is it small? And you get some software with it too. Just to let you know, you get Amplitude 5 SE for your PC or Mac, and you get ToneNET SE for your Mac and PC as well. It comes on a little card with a little QR code. You go to install it. And I do recommend, if you buy one of these things, go to the website and register your product, because registering your product gets you points on the IK Multimedia website, and you can tally up those points and get discounts on things too. So it actually is worthwhile to go register your product and go grab your software and all that jazz. So here's some pictures of it. Yeah, we're looking at the pretty pictures. It's really nice. Do you want to see it? Let's get into it. So to get through today's show, we're doing things a little bit different. I've got the guitar here, and we've got an amp over here. I've got my Joyo 60 watt amp, which you would have seen in my gear guide right at the bottom. This is the amp that I have behind me today. This is my BSK 60. It is a 60 watt battery powered acoustic amplifier. I love this amp. So that's what we're going to be running through today. It's not mic'd up or anything, but you'll get the idea. There's only so much I can set up and show you everything that's going on, yeah? So what we're going to do today is we're going to connect it to my spare iPad Pro, and we're going to connect it to my iPhones to show you both of these in action. All right? Because I can't go through this iPad because it's all connected for... So we're going to use this iPad for all of the bizzo, yeah? Just so you know. Alrighty, let's have a look at this thing. So here is the box that it comes in. I'm going to do an unboxing, even though I've opened it, just to show you how it all looks when you open it up. Nice and easy to get open here, get this box out of here. Doobly-doos on the back, you know. We'll get this thing open. It's got some cardboard stuff, which has got all your software with the QR codes. You can scan on your phone or just go to the website, register your product. Inside, there it is, sitting there right in the middle. So nice and easy to grab out. There it is. Look how small this thing is. It is tiny. Let me show you an overhead view of the sucker. There it is. Very small. So you can see in my hand, it is literally tiny. So, yeah, get your jam points, as Ed B says, get your jam points. When you register your product, get your jam points because you will save money. So super, super small. Hard to believe this is an interface, but not really, because I don't know if you've seen some of the new Shure interface that's out there. It's this big. It's just a mic jack. It's unbelievable. See if I can zoom in this camera a bit. Give me a sec. I should have done this before. I think I can zoom in a little bit more. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so there it is. Yes, it is very cute. Now it has one dial on it that just continues. Yeah, so it's a continuous dial. So we've got a guitar in, we've got our amp out, we've got our USB-C and headphone out. Boom. There we go. So that is it. We'll chuck it down there. Move this mouse. And let's get connecting. So what else does it come with inside here? Take this bit out. So you get two cables. No more proprietary cable. Look at that. So there they are. Two cables. One, of course, is for the iOS devices that still use Lightning, which won't be in very soon, because the new iPhone will be announced this week. Is anybody excited for the new iPhone? It's being announced on Wednesday here in Australia, so I'll definitely be doing a show. So that is your first cable. It is a USB-C to USB-C, and that is that. And we have the Lightning cable here. What am I doing? Here we go. Lightning cable. So there's no USB-C to USB-A. But again, I have plenty of those anyway. So there we go. So there's the Lightning to USB-C. Yes, a new iPhone will be USB-C. There is no doubt about it. They have to do it because they're being forced to by the European Commission or whatever it is. Absolutely. All right. So what do we need? We need an iPad. So we're going to grab this iPad here and throw it down. Let me open it up. And we'll make sure the screen doesn't go off. Cool. So here's my secondary iPad, which just took a photo for some unknown reason. There we go. So this is my iPad Pro from 2018. Okay, let's get this thing connected. Yes, indeed, I am left-handed and I play right-handed. And I do lots of things. I drum left-handed as well, Hugh. And I drum left-handed, I write left-handed. When I play sport, I would handball left-handed but kick right-handed. When I play cricket, I bowl right-handed and bat left-handed. I am what you call a true ambo. I'm an ambidextrous, whatever that is. So we're going to plug in our power into here. So in the top, and we're going to put the rest into the iPad, and it should recognize it fairly quickly. You can see the lights are on straight away. So we've got lightage there. Lights are on. We've got our first light up the top. And there's 4 lights. So if I click through these, they're your 4 settings, right? So the 4 settings are volume. The first one is volume. Oops, let me go back here. And you can see as I turn that, it goes further to the end. Yeah. So that's for your headphone volume. It's pretty much for overall volume, yeah? And then as soon as you let go of it, those dials disappear and become meters, which you'll see in a second. So the second dial, once you click it and it moves to the second section, this is to change between clean signal. So when the lights are on the right, you have a clean signal. And when it's on the left, this is your tone that you're playing through. And this is going to the amp out. The second one is going to your amp output or your through, yeah? So clean, processed. Clean, processed. Clean, processed. Pretty simple, yeah? Not too hard. Click the next one. This is the headphones. So this is for your headphone out. Clean, processed. Clean, processed. Same difference. And the last one is loop back. When it is set to 1 dot, that means the loop back is not connected. To connect the loop back, you turn it until there's 3 dots and then press once, it resets, and now we're in loop back mode. How can you tell you're in loop back mode? Press till you get to the end and you should see 3 dots. Now if I turn it back left to 1 dot and click, it'll reset the module and we're now back to standard mode, 1 dot. And the last thing that's on here is the tuner. So there's a tuner in here as well. Hello, Laurie. Let me say hello to folks. Hi, Laurie. And I think I saw Dwight Bailey. And the deal for real, what is happening? I think if I've missed you, I do apologize. We've got a tuner. Now, let me show you how the tuner works. Right. I'm going to bring up a diagram because diagrams help. Here is the diagram. Let's go both here. So, the lights, how they light up, you can see in the diagram. Let's go full screen for it. So the middle here, see if I can move. Can I show you my mouse? No, I can't with that. So the top dial, see the one right up the top, right at 12 o'clock. That tells you if you're in tune. The 2 to the left to right are 5 cents low, 5 cents too high, right? And the lights, so when you're actually tuning, a light will come up for one of the strings. So A and B share a light, G has its own light, F has a light, C has a light, D and E, they all have their own lights. So that is what the tuning looks like, but we're going to plug it in a second so you'll see it live. With the tuner, I know folks, the tuner. Bloody Aussies, huh? The tuner. The tuner. God. All right. Let's get some plugs happening. We need some plugs. Let's go back to our overhead view. And what do we need? So we're going to need something to go to the headphone jack. So I've pre-prepared this for my headphone jack. Just going to take this around the back. And I'm going to plug this in here. And why am I doing that? That is so I can show you the sound that is coming from the iPad, and I'm using my mixing desk to show you that sound. Then we're going to need a guitar to input. So let's grab that. I have a lead somewhere here. Here is my lead. So we'll plug this in. That is now in. And we have an output going to my amp behind me. We'll use this one going in there. So there we have it. That is your rig. That's pretty amazing to know that this is a thing you can take to a gig and not even need an amp and just have an iPad or even an iPhone. And that's your rig. It's nuts. We absolutely live in the future. And we're connected. Boom. So let's do the thingos. We're going to start off. Let's open ToneX on the iPad. So we'll do a search for ToneX. If you don't know what ToneX is, it is the bee's knees. The bee's knees, man. It is amazing. Hi, Gary Hubbs. A rig that fits in your pocket. Absolutely. Take mama. Take mama, mama. Let's grab this guitar. Now, you know what these live streams are like? Never work with children or animals or do live demonstrations. Because, oh, look at that. Bang. Okay, now we like a demonstration that just works perfect. So that was pretty monumentally painless, huh? Straight in. Yes, it is an artist guitar FPC. Let's find some tones in here. What do we got? I'm just looking for some high gain stuff. More high gain. Wow, that's about as ballsy as not much. Let's see. Pretty damn easy to set up. And just to show you something else quickly, let's get out of ToneX just for a second, because this not only works with ToneX, let's just load up something like Membrini here. And let's turn on this noise gate. Get out of there. So working good with Membrini. What else we got that we can throw in here? We got a bias effects. We'll do a bias check. See if it all works straight away. What have we got in here? Meshuggerish. You can give that a little bit more volume here. I think it does Slayer. So all good there, all good. What about if we just load up something like, so we'll get into the ins and outs of how the thing works and we'll go through an amp and stuff. Do I have Logic on this iPad? Does this iPad run Logic? That's a good question. I think it does. Let's see. I need to select an import source, don't I? So we need to go here, iRig. Yes, yes, yes. I think that's a Logic issue. I don't think that's a pedal issue. Let's try deleting this track. We'll add a new audio track. You know what? I love one of the things about Logic on an old iPad, it has problems big time. I have to admit, it just struggles. But you get what I'm saying? So where are we next? Let's go through the... So I'm going to run back over to ToneNET. Yeah. Make sure we're good. All right, let's click through this. So I'm going to click the first button. This takes us to our amp out. So we don't need that yet. I'm going to focus on the headphone out. And you can see the lights are over to the left. So now if I turn this, we're supposed to be getting a clean signal there. And you can hear the clean signal. Why am I still getting a tone through there? Because this is set to stereo out, right? So you can hear that clean guitar in there. So we're actually sending out a stereo signal at the moment. And we can go pretty much, I'm pretty sure you can do that in here. So output, can we do a 1? I don't even think we can do a 1. So you can hear that, you can actually hear it there in the background. So if we turn this back, there's our... For an example, let me jump out of this again and load up something like, just to show that it works with everything. We got tone, oops, wrong one. Dude, come on. Tone bridge. There's probably some Metallica tones that'll pop up here in tone bridge. We've got black, oh, we got some black metal tones, nice. Here we go. And again, this is set to stereo, so you're not going to get that same effect. So we've shown you ToneNET is working, so we're all good there. Let's pop over to our amp. I'm going to flick to the amp, turn it on. Now, you're probably going to struggle to hear it because I don't have it mic'd up, but hopefully you... Ooh. That's loud, man. So that's going through my amp. My mic's doing its best to pick. That's getting picked up from my headset mic. How good's that? Because we're not coming through. And now if we turn this, where to go? Oh, I think I've got to go in here. We've got to actually load up ToneNET, don't we? we need some sounds. What's going on there? There we are. So you're getting... Man, hang on a minute. Let's come back here. Reboot. Reboot! There you go. So that's coming through my amp. Put my head close to it. Yeah, and it sounded like a bit of a circular saw there. Now, sometimes, I think we've all experienced this with iOS. When you reconnect and connect things through USB ports, they don't always connect properly. It's an iOS thing, man. So what I did there was I just reset it, and you can hear it's coming through beautifully. So it's really loud, actually. Like, you guys don't understand. Let's make it up 60 watts. It's fucking loud, and it's too early to be playing guitar that loud. So the pass-through's absolutely fine. And what we can do is head over to our headphones now. And now you're getting both. I actually have tone coming through the amp and through the headphones. So you could actually go in there and record. What's lovely, go in and record straight into your DAW, right? Using the headphone, using that. And then, or you could reamp, you could go into the actual out and send a clean signal. That's a clean signal coming through my amp. And you could reamp back through your amp at the same time. Man, the possibilities are just really, really endless for this thing. It's very, very damn nice. Let's bring that back. So I'm just going to turn down my amp now because I don't need to play through the amp. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. It's way too early to be playing loud. Wicked. What shall we find? What was I kicking off with? Nice. Don't want to get any copyright claims. Hello, Lady Rodeline. Hello, Mateus. So let's look at the tuner, shall we? Put the fish in the chat. I'm going to hold it down and let's show you the diagram again. So you can see what lights pop up there. So the E popped up immediately. That light here, you can see next to the diagram. That's the E that's lit up now. So it's super intelligent. It knows what string is being struck. A is down the bottom, A, B. D over down here. So it all matches the diagram. That doesn't sound too good. B. And you'll notice between the A is green and the B is red. So even though A and B are sharing this one light down here in that bottom corner, they give you a little color indication to know that it's the actual A is green, B is red. You can see it on the diagram there. Very clever stuff. And to get out of the tuning, just hold down and we're back. Hold to go into tuning mode and back. So super easy. Sweet. Let's talk about the loop back. Yeah, so I'm going to try and explain the loop back so everybody gets it nice and clear, especially my good friend Brad example. Because Brad's got a number of, he's got the iRig stream and he's never really understood the loop back. And it's a real struggle to explain the loop back, but I think by explaining it with this particular little gadget, you should be able to understand how it works with all of the other IK Multimedias that offer loopback, like the Quattro, like the iRig Stream. They offer loopback, and it's not too hard at all. First, kids, we're going to have a look at a diagram. So, are you ready to play? This is how the loopback works. When you are in normal mode, here is your input. To the left, see the in, and is going out through channel 1 in a mono douche. There you go. That is your channel 1 going into the iPad through the USB-C. Yeah, let's have the screen up so you can see what's going on as well. So they have the device. So the guitar is going into here and coming out of the USB-C into the iPad. That is your chain. Loop back off. When you turn loop back on, everything changes and it creates a third channel. So the input now is going through this third channel that just appears. That's why when you turn on loopback, it resets the device and it activates this third ghost channel, which becomes your main input. And you can see there on the right-hand side, that is going from in to channel 3. And your outputs become, so channel 1 and 2 become your stereo outs. To give you a better understanding, to actually show this in theory, we're going to just close down ToneNET for now. And I'm going to, because I know Brad has been wanting to do a live stream using something like Mixbox, yeah, from IK Multimedia. So let's load up Mixbox. There we go. I'm going to turn down the volume so no one's ears get blasted out when it reboots and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. And Rhett, hello. Okay. Chuck Norris is a legend. So let's have a look at this iPad here. This is the wonderful. I'm going to load up. What can we load up? Let's load up just something in here. What shall we do? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? We're on rack 1 at the moment. So within this rack 1 here, I can add a bunch of things. We've got a channel strip here. I can add like a delay if I want, a reverb delay. I can add something else, like we can add an EQ, or let's add some dynamics, a compressor. So there's our little quick setup of this nice rack. Okay, so there's our little setup here that I want to run through this little beast as my effects rack. So I'm going to click on the options up the top here, and you can see audio setup. And in this audio setup is your audio, right? So let's see if I can bring this up a little bit closer so people can see it. There we go. So there's your device. And we've got 2 tabs here. Yeah, 2 tabs. So you can see the device is using iOS audio. We've got our sample rate. We can go in there and change the sample rate to 48 if we want. Change the buffer size. Okay, we've got MIDI input. You want to have your background audio on? Yes. Now let's look at the I/O setup. So currently, this is set in not loopback mode, right? So our rack 1 is being sent out to a mono out. Yeah? All good? An input is our mono in. Yeah? So that's our mono in. And the output is going to a stereo out, left and right. Okay? So this is going into the left channel, channel 1, and coming out channel 1 and channel 2 stereo. If we now go over here and change this little gadget to loopback, watch what happens. So we're going to turn the knob. So now it's set to 3. Click it and it resets. So we know we're in loopback now because our 3 dots are showing. And now over here on the iPad, if we go to our input, look at that. You've now got 3 options for input. And because we've got loopback on, we want it to go through number 3. And you can choose it to be left, or you can tap over here and make this just a mono in. So that is our input, our virtual track number 3. And now our outputs are still going left and right. But you can change that and go to a mono output through 1, or you can a mono, just the stereo left, or you can go to stereo left and right. Let's do that. Why are they not coming back? There we go. So that's the change. That's what happens. It creates a third channel, and that becomes your input. So now, right, I should be able to. Now, I can't really demonstrate it because it's the way everything's connected here, but I just wanted to make sure you can set up. So the idea behind loopback is now you could, from your iPad here, load up something like YouTube and stream live, knowing full well these effects, the affected sound will come through when you play guitar on your YouTube. So now this ain't going to work on something like StreamYard. Let's just get that out the way now, because StreamYard is a browser and you're using that on an iPad and it doesn't work. All sorts of shit. It's just iOS and their browser and StreamYard. You need to go direct through some kind of streaming app, yeah? So if you went live to Instagram, or you went live to Snapchat, or any of the places you can stream, Facebook, this is how you have it set up. So you would make sure that you are going. Let's show you another instance of it. So we'll close Mixbox. Let's show you like Nembrini's app, ER Hardball. Let's do that, because I mean this EN Hardball, because the same thing, yeah. So we're still in loopback mode, just so you know. And I'm going to go to the settings, the audio settings here. Here are our audio settings. And you can see that now that we're in loopback, if I bring this up close, there's 3 options here for input. There's 1, 2, and 3. So my input, I would select now. So this is a bit small. See if I can bring it up closer even. See that? The iRig 3 has become the input now, and the output is number 1. So with these settings, and I hit OK, I can now keep this running in the background and go to something like YouTube or Instagram or wherever I want, or even go into a DAW, yeah? And I'm able to record directly into a DAW and use those sounds. So it's almost like using inter-app audio, yeah? But I hope this has been clear how you use the loopback. And again, you watch this happen live with this Nembrini thing. I'm going to get out of loopback. So I'm going to use this, and we're going to move this left and click. And did you see it? Those inputs disappeared. Yeah? They completely disappeared with the option for 3 because it doesn't need it anymore, because now it's just going through 1. So that option, let's do it again. Let's get back over to and turn to 3, click, and we are back in, hopefully, there it is. And now there's our new 3rd channel. So that is how you use your loopback. And this principle works the same for any of the other devices, right? Whenever you use loopback with one of the IK Multimedia products, like the Quattro or like the iRig Stream, when you change it over into loopback mode, it creates this extra virtual channel, and that becomes your input, yeah? So hopefully that's made some sense of the whole thing. We're going to now unplug this. I'm going to get rid of my iPad. We'll ditch this over here. And let's plug it into an iPhone, shall we? So I've got my iPhone SE, which still has an old lightning connector, yeah. I think this year I'm going to have to get a new iPhone and finally get a phone that's gigantic. I've held off. Excuse me. Damn. I've held off buying a new iPhone because I hate the really large sizes of them. So I've kept with a small iPhone. But I think now it's time to upgrade with the new iPhone that's being announced this week. So what we're going to do with this now is we're going to disconnect this USB-C to USB-C. And we're going to go with the Lightning connector. Oh, man. IK Multimedia, you knocked it out the park. No more proprietary cable. USB-C. Please, going forward, no more. Don't go back to the proprietary cable. It sucks. It's the one thing I hate. And let me tell you, this thing, if you've owned any other devices, this thing has got that really smooth finish. The button's nice and kind of got a little rubbery feel. The click's really, it's a nice click. It's a satisfying click. It's very satisfying. But yeah, and I've heard people say, they're made of plastic, they're easy to break. Show me somebody who's broken an IK Multimedia device like this, and I'll show you my butt on camera. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. They're solid. So let's plug it into the iPhone with the Lightning connector. You can see the lights connect straight away. We're all good. And we've got ToneNET connected. I've got a copy of ToneNET in here, I think. Let's do a search. By the way, folks, I'm pretty sure too, ToneNET is on sale at the moment as well to celebrate the release of this. So if you've been wanting, we'll have a look at that before we end the show. So here's my tiny little iPhone. Let's grab our guitar. Is it deciding to open? What happened there? Did it reboot? I've not seen that before. Let's try that again. I never use my phone for making music these days. It's solely a phone. I know that's probably weird to some people. All right, now what do we want to do? Oh, we got some chaos. Let me just do this. Because we are in loopback mode. And now we're not in loopback mode. So remember to check your mode. Yeah. Oh, have we got tone? And also don't do what I did last night. Keep plugging it in going, what's going on? There's no sound. I don't think it's working. I'm going to have to send it back. Remember to turn the volume up on your phone. Don't be me. Don't be me. Yeah. Sweet. Let's crank up the amp, see if that's still working. We've still got tone coming through my amp. Oh, yeah. Let's turn off the headphones. Yeah, the amp's still going. Now, no tone. Clean. Easy as peasy, yeah? It's just a wicked little device. Let me turn this down. So, as I said, it's too loud for the amp here. My neighbour probably hates my guts. And yeah, you've got all your tones in here that you can run through. We've got some high gain, aggressive old school. sweet. So you see it works. It's wonderful. It's a fantastic little gadget. It's not powered. Like I don't have a, it's not going into a charger or anything, and it's running directly off my iPhone. So it doesn't need any like super power, doesn't need like an iPad Pro to keep it running and all that stuff. We're just going through a phone. All the apps that you would expect work like that. Let's make sure all our volumes are down before I unplug the beast. And disconnect. So the loopback works exactly the same as you would with your iPhone or iPad. And the same thing if you're using this for a Mac as well. So again, once you turn on that loopback, you are going to get the option to, let's take all these cables away. You're going to get the option to send that to another app, yeah, within your Mac or within your computer. So the loopback works exactly the freaking same. Let's unplug everything, make sure we're all good. Get rid of that. So there it is. That is, let's show you over here. There it is. That is the iRig HDX. It's a banger. It's wicked. It's, yeah. Look how small it is. They've really knocked it out of the park. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to top the next one, but I'm sure they've got somebody working on the next one. As they're always creating brand new cool stuff. And I still don't have a ToneNET pedal. Does it have a monitor function? Well, you've got your volumes, so that's why you've got your headphones. So you can monitor through there and go straight out to your rig as well. So that's it. It's simple. It does what it does super well. And how much is it? So how much is it on the IK website? And let me tell you about I think the deal's still on for ToneNET. There's a super good deal on at the moment. Let me see. I'll just jump over here. Get over here. 129 euros it says here. 129 euros. I can't even get it here in Australia yet. I haven't found anybody in Australia who's shipping it. I can on Amazon, but it's got to come internationally. So yeah, 129 euros, so about 130 bucks for this little thing. It's amazing to see what technology we have right now. I never thought I would see the day where I would be able to go to a gig, not even take an amp, take something like ToneNET along that has all my captured amps and tones and everything, and have it all in this box and DI straight out into a DI. I mean, that's ludicrous. It's just nuts to be able to do an actual full gig with a band, take an iPhone that has all your captured tones, your Marshall stack or whatever it is you use, your Mesa Boogie with all your captures in it, or whatever you download from the ToneNET download section, and just go straight into a fucking DI. Man, can you imagine some of the posers at the gigs who'd be like, yeah, sorry, I'll stick with my valve amps. Keep wanking. It all comes out the same at a gig. Everyone's too drunk to remember anyway. It is, man. It is an amp that fits in your goddamn pocket. It is nuts. So let's have a look at the I'm sure there's a sale on at the moment. Let's have a look at special offers. Where did I see? Oh, here we go. Yes, ToneNET. Let's come over here. This is the sale that's on at the moment. To celebrate the release of this, they have offered... Oh, man. No pop-ups for me, please. Where is this? So normally, SE, how much is SE normally? ToneNET SE is normally 150 bucks. Special edition includes 200 premium tone models, unlimited user tone model downloads. I mean, it's 60 euros, 59 bucks US as well. So if you've been wanting to get SE with this sucker. Now's the time. I don't know how long this is going to last, but it is absolutely worth it. I have I'm lucky because I have the full version of ToneX because I reviewed it, and wow. I mean, the thing is, if I'm totally honest, you can get away with buying the lowest tier that at least offers you the ToneX section for downloading, because here's the deal. There's so many people who have amazing amps that I could never afford who are making captures and just putting them up there for nothing. Plus, lately there's been a whole lot of really well-known guitarists putting up captures of their rigs, which you can actually buy now from the website. But, I mean, for like $60 to get the SE version and then to be able to go to the ToneX store and just download whatever amp, you can find everything there. Combinations of everything with pedals and the whole lot. It's the best money you'll spend on a rig for software. And the beautiful thing is, remember with ToneX that it's cross-platform. So if you buy it, it's going to work on your iPad, it's going to work on your iPhone, it's going to work on your Mac, it's going to work on your PC, because it's a cross-platform license. Yeah? Ed B. Metal says, get it or get fucked. And IK Multimedia paid him to say that, apparently. That's what he said, man, not me. So there you go. What do you think? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Is this something you're going to get? Is this something you're looking at? Is this going to change the way you make music? It's pretty damn impressive if you ask me. I think it's just absolutely wonderful. And I want to thank IK Multimedia, as usual, for sending me one to demo and show you all. There's plenty of other videos of people like holding it up and pressing it, but not a lot of people actually demoing it. I think I've only seen one or two videos. I think Patrick did a little demo of it. And there's another guy I saw a video who was actually playing through it, but everyone's just kind of like, anyway. We live in amazing times, so many possibilities, absolutely. All right, what do I need to cover? So again, thank you, IK, for shooting me one out. It's going to get a lot of use. Thank you, Hugh. I hope this has helped you get an understanding of it. And hopefully, above everything, I hope Brad got loopback. I think I saw Brad write, thank you. I think I understand loopback a little bit more. Because, man, loopbacks, it's a thing. It can be confusing. Thanks, Andy. Thank you, Thomas. Great device. No problem, Mateus. Hello, Robbie. Robbie likes noise. Let me tell you a couple of things that are happening here on the channel before I go. What's happening this weekend, give you a rundown of things, because we've had to change a few things up. Where are we? What's going on? What is happening? Let me find some things. Oh, yeah. So now this probably a lot of people won't be awake for this, but there's just only so much time in the day, my friends. So later tonight, very early in the morning for US people, afternoon for people in the UK and Europe, I'll be doing episode 3 of my Songtember song. I've done a little bit of work on my new song. I've had to do some tempo changes and some things, and it's getting even more fun now. So I'll be continuing in about, 13 hours from now. I'll be back here live and doing maybe an hour and a half of just working on the song for Songtember. So that is happening. Yes, indeed. What else do we have coming up? We have the opening hour coming up the day after. I'm going to be doing some acoustic busking songs I used to play when I was out busking, some commercial favorites, songs that I hate, but we're going to sing them. So it's going to be a busk on the weekend. Something a bit different. And then on Monday, we have a new episode, or Sunday for you, of The Rant. And it is called Too Good to Be True. Can you guess what it's about? Can you guess what episode 6 of The Rant is about? Too good to be true. You'll have to wait and see to find out what it is about. And the last thing I want to tell you is we have an amazing interview coming up this week. An amazing interview. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Not that everyone else that I have interviewed, like Robbie, who was fantastic yesterday, and all you amazing artists that I've interviewed in the past, but man, we have a very special guest coming on the show this week. It is none other than Gert Bevan, who is the lead designer, software designer for Moog Software, amongst many other things. This is the dude who takes analog Moog hardware and turns it into the software that we can use. It is going to be super to have this very, very legendary human being on the show. So I'm super excited to have him on the show. So, because Moog are just, you know what I'm saying? Moog are the standard. They still are, you know. So many amazing albums came from Moog analog equipment and it, what can I say? And also next week, we are going to be doing this. It's time. It's the Apple event, and we'll be talking about, I'm guessing it's going to be a brand new iPhone. It's going to be a new Apple Watch. Probably that's about it, yeah. But we'll be talking about it. I'll be letting you know my honest, unfiltered thoughts on Tuesday after the event. So, yeah, that is happening. All right. I think we got to the end, and we have a featured artist to play, of course, like we do nearly every show. And that today is my good friend Leroy's musical journey, who I interviewed a while back. And this is a brand new song he dropped today, which is called How Are You? It's an original track. It's a wicked track. I want to say happy birthday to the Falcon Blueser. Happy birthday, my friend. So if you see Falcon Blueser, folk punk, what am I saying? Too many folks. And Thomas says the word folk so many times. I'm all folked out. Folk you, Thomas. No, it is Folk Punk's birthday today. So if you see Folk Punk around, make sure you say hi to Folk Punk, send him some birthday wishes, do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because it is his birthday. Don't tell him to folk you. No, it's not folk. It's not Falcon Blues. It's folk punk. Lots of folks. Folks are dumb where I come from. It's Falcon Punker. Man, it's too early for me. But no, it is Folk Punk's birthday today, so wish him a happy birthday if you see him around. I'm sure he's going to be around. Also, it was Russ's birthday yesterday. If you see him, tell him to go get fucked. And that's it. Let's go out and play this new track from Leroy's magical... I called it magical. Dude, cut. Get off, Jade. Leroy's musical journey. All right. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. And I'll see you a little bit later or sometime this weekend.
Boom.
In a rush to get home at night, had a reason to come home, never felt the need to know. Took a chance just to see if I left you would miss me. Drove a different direction at night, filled her up in broad daylight. Saw a girl from in a ride, picked her up on the roadside, introduced her name's Jade. Pale and looks, but I can't complain. Doesn't say much, was a map out that points to a place down south. Ask her where she's heading, the road to hell. But let's stop first at a cheap hotel.
Hey there, how are you? You look like you're feeling pretty low. Should I ask you the place you'd like to go? It's not where I'm going to, but it's where I'm running from. Maybe when reality bites, I'll return to where it all begun.
Some nights I'd rather forget. Small pleasure, but big regret. If you're gonna go south, that's what you get. Keep dreaming, keep dreaming. I'm mad that I calm you down, but I'm slowly coming round. I miss them all back home. I'm coming home.
How are you? You look like you're feeling pretty low. Should I ask you the place you'd like to go? It's not where I'm going to, but it's where I'm running from. Maybe when reality bites, I'll return to where it all begun.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better.